Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and I do 5-star book reviews, and today we are talking about this book right here, Waiting for Tom Hanks. I saw that this book was coming out probably back in the beginning of May, and I love the title so much. I was like, yes, I am in, because you know what? Little secret, I always had a huge crush on Tom Hanks. I did. I don't, uh, the characters he's portrayed, and then even in his real life, when I would see pictures of him and Rita, I would be like, oh, she is the luckiest person ever. I want a Tom Hanks. And that is what this book is about. And you know what? I read books from so many genres. And if you do not like romantic comedies, don't read this book. Okay? Because this is a fun romantic comedy book. And you know what? People say they don't like romantic comedies because they go to the movies and they're like, oh, they're so predictable. Well, you know what? One time I saw one that wasn't predictable and I walked out pissed. Pissed. It was a Jennifer Aniston movie and they break up at the end and they don't get back together. What? That is not a romantic comedy. I'm sorry. You have to get back together. You have to have a happy ending. Somehow, some way, people are ending up happily together. Okay? So let's get some little things out of the way here before we talk about it any further. 288 pages. This book, that is amazing, Kerry. Oh my God. Okay? Like, you did this book in 288 pages? Crazy. When I saw that, I was like, that was only 200. Of course, I read pretty fast, right? But I was like, wow, that was great. Anyway, so it's a rom-com. It's 288 pages. And they have it, Amazon has it under, all kinds of romantic, contemporary romantic, stuff like that. But anyway, I'm calling it rom-com. That's it. So let's see what other people have to say about this book before we talk about what I have to say about this book, right? We have Publishers Weekly, an utterly charming romance. Agree. Next, a rom-com obsessed romantic waiting for her perfect leading man learns that life doesn't always go according to a script. You know what, Kerry? What I love about what you did with this book is there were so many life lessons in it. And that's why I'm like, wow, this was 288 pages and you just packed it full. The pacing was just amazing. It was like, I was reading it on my Kindle. I was listening in the car. Okay. And I love the audio. You're going to love it. If you love audio, you're going to love this audio. But more importantly, I couldn't on my Kindle flip the pages fast enough. Okay. And whatever. Anyone, like I said, if you do not like romantic comedies, don't read this book. That is your warning, okay? Now, cons. None. Cons. You couldn't fit enough movies into this book. Like, oh my gosh, Kerry, you did such an amazing job. First of all, every movie you mentioned in this book, I absolutely love. And I love how you kind of wove it into the story. It was perfect. Anything offensive or sexual? No. Perfectly clean book. And don't we love to hear that sometimes, right? This is a book I would have given to my daughters. And, this is a book that, I'm 54, and the main character is Annie Cassidy, and she's young, right? But who cares? I read so many intense books. I just love the fact that it wasn't intense in the fact that people weren't dying and people weren't, I don't know, it wasn't a thriller, I laughed and she made me laugh so much. I have a daughter named Annie, by the way, so I think that really helped. I love that name, Annie Cassidy. I thought it was perfect. So let me tell you a little bit about Annie, right? So she is a writer and she writes for websites, right? But she wants to be a screenwriter. And there comes along a movie in her very small town, and her uncle, who she lives with, I don't want to say too much, so I'm trying to weave myself around this story. So she gets a job working on this movie set, okay? And she meets the leading guy, right? His name's Drew. I love that, right? I'm not going to say much. We can let's just imagine, because we know it's a romantic comedy, what happens. Okay? And it's perfect. It's absolutely, absolutely perfect. So, what are my pros? It's perfect. That's the pros. I loved Annie. I loved Drew. I loved the story. I loved the ending so much. So, there we go. That's it. And you know what, Kerry? I can't wait to see what you're going to write next. Okay? I see huge books. I want this book to be a movie, but regardless of whether they make this a movie or not, I think they should. I think everybody else that thinks they should. As a matter of fact, this book came out June 11th, and it already has 57 customer reviews on it. Okay? That is amazing. Amazing. I am so happy for you. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for this book. I love the title so much, and I can't wait to see what you write next. Okay? So, everyone, if you enjoy my book reviews, please hit like. I will put the IndieBound link. I will put the Amazon link. Get it on your Kindle. Go get it at your local bookstore or get the audio. It doesn't matter. It's fun. And you know what? It's summer and you should enjoy some fun books, right? And this is the one. This is the one to read if you are looking for a very fun book. Thanks for watching, everyone.